ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
We've got an update on the Jessica Williams murder trial going on in Belfast. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. The governor has intervened with a local power company in an attempt to keep rates from increasing. And Acadia National Park is expecting a lot of visitors over the holiday weekend. We'll tell you what you should know before you go. Those stories and more coming up. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Wednesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Already, we do have small craft advisories in effect until about the noon time frame on Thursday, as we have the leftovers of Ian nearby that will be causing some active surf moving forward, but also some high surf advisories in effect running through later today as well as a result of all the active weather moving through in some spots. But otherwise, we just have some clouds that are sneaking through as Ian's not too far away. Our southern areas later on this evening, maybe even later this afternoon as well, we'll have a slight chance for a few rain showers as the leftovers of Ian continues to move from the west to the east. But high pressure to the north will prevent that precipitation from going very far on the northern ends of things. So it'll mainly stay along the coast overall. Futurecast for today, though, again, mostly cloudy along Bangor and areas to the south, a lot of sunshine to the north. But again, here we are, that slight chance for a few rain showers along the coast later on this evening into the overnight period. Otherwise, though, the winds, we kind of switch in directions from time to time, ranging at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, mainly out of the north. Along the ocean line, though, maybe some more gusty winds reaching up to 15 miles per hour in a few areas. Forecast for today, middle 60s, mostly cloudy, slight chance for maybe an afternoon shower, but that's a very small chance. Northeast breeze at about 5 miles per hour. The chance increases a little bit tonight, middle 40s, mostly cloudy, slight chance for a rain shower with the wind overall looking nice and calm. And then our early forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, increasing clouds, temperatures in the 60s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. We begin this afternoon with some breaking news. Multiple police agencies are in Orrington. They're in the area of Sweats Pond Road and the Dow Road. No details have been released. We'll have more information for you as soon as it becomes available. Opening statements got underway this morning in the trial of a Stockton Springs mother accused of killing her son. Jessica Williams is accused of killing her 3-year-old son, Maddox Williams, in June of 2021. According to police records, the child suffered a fractured spine, bruises, broken teeth, bleeding in his brain, and other injuries. Williams claimed the injuries were accidental, but doctors disagreed, and police charged her with depraved indifference murder. The child's death was one of several that prompted changes within the child welfare system in Maine. That same year, the Maine Department of Health and Human Services announced the need for a call to action following 4 children's deaths within a 1-month period. 3-year-old Maddox Williams had been in his paternal grandmother's care, but DHHS returned the child to Ms. Williams. Senator Diamond says the Government Oversight Committee has requested case files for the 2021 child deaths, but the request was denied.
The system is not working. The system is failing within the Department of Health and Human Services. And until we can fix that, until we can see inside and see what went wrong, it's going to continue.
Opening statements began this morning, and testimony is expected to begin later today. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Department made a drug-related arrest in Lagrange following a traffic stop. It happened around 9:30 Saturday morning. A deputy was on Mill Street when he encountered a vehicle committing multiple traffic violations. Following the stop, the operator, 26-year-old Cody Donlin of Milo, was arrested after a search of his vehicle yielded almost 30 grams of meth, about 25 grams of crack cocaine, and 0.6 grams of suspected fentanyl. Donlin was transported to the Penobscot County Jail and charged with unlawful trafficking and unlawful possession of scheduled drugs, violating conditions of release, operating under suspension, and false attachment of plates. The city of Bangor is considering a tenants' rights ordinance to address the current housing crisis. The plan was discussed by the Bangor City Councilors and officials during Monday's Government Operation Committee meeting. If it is passed, the ordinance would set new requirements for landlords, such as giving tenants a 60-day written notice of any rent increase. It would also create a tighter anti-discrimination policy, as well as cap costs on application and screening fees.
I said I would be receptive to maybe giving people a longer notice, because I think if somebody had a $300 a month increase in their rent or more right now, and they were given a short notice. It's a tight market. I think it would be hard to find another unit.
The issue will be discussed again in November after city councilors work to rewrite parts of the ordinance before it gets voted on. Making it easier for people to vote is a top priority for the Secretary of State's office. A.J. Douglas has the latest on voter accessibility in Maine.
As the November election draws near, Secretary of State Shanna Bellows is encouraging Mainers to get out and vote.
Voting is fundamental to our democracy. We're making it as easy as possible, regardless of who you are or where you live. If you are an eligible United States citizen, 18 years or older.
Absentee ballots are already being sent out and can still be requested by citizens. Bellows says requesting an absentee ballot is easy and reminds folks about Election Day registration.
You can call your municipal clerk and ask for one. You can go online to the Secretary of State's website to request your absentee ballot, or you can visit your municipal office in person. On Election Day, we have Election Day registration. If you are not registered to vote and you want to register to vote and cast your ballot, you can do so.
We spoke to an Orono resident who says she appreciates how easy it is to cast her vote.
Yeah, I would tell others to vote because it is so accessible. But I also would tell people to vote because the issues are critical.
McHugh encourages younger people to get out to the polls.
Their voice matters because they're the ones that are going to face the future.
More information about voter registration and absentee voting can be found on Maine.gov. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
The governor's energy office has intervened in opposition to Versant Power filing for an electricity rate increase with the Maine Public Utilities Commission. Versant is asking for a 32% increase in its distribution rate for electricity. If it is approved, it would raise bills for an average residential customer by about $13 a month starting in the summer of 2023. In August, the governor's energy office also intervened against a 3-year rate increase filed by Central Maine Power. If that is approved, it would raise electric bills for average residential customers by approximately $10 a month. The Rotary Club of Bangor hosted 2nd Congressional District candidate Tiffany Bond to speak with club members. The event took place Tuesday at the Richard Dykes Center for Family Business at Husson University. Bond, an independent, spoke about how she'd use her experience as a lawyer if elected.
I'm trained as an attorney, and attorneys use adversity to get better outcomes. When somebody points out a flaw in your argument, that's the gift of feedback that lets you have a stronger argument, that lets you have a better policy.
Bond will face Republican candidate Bruce Poliquin and Democratic incumbent Jared Golden in the November election. And the town of Orono, like many in Maine, is in need of election workers. Orono officials say there is training available for those interested in working on Election Day. Election staff will be paid for the hours they work on November 8th. Anyone who's interested should contact the Orono town clerk, Shelley Crosby, by email at scrosby@orono.org or call the town office at 866-2556. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, could we see a fuel oil shortage this winter? We'll take a look when we return.
I have a great job. I get up early, head on out, and I get to work. I install solar panels. They power our homes and give me a great paycheck. When Paul LePage was governor, he opposed projects like this, putting Maine last for solar jobs in New England. He even said that climate change wasn't a threat to Maine. Look, we need more of these jobs, and that won't happen if we go back to Paul LePage.
The top funder of Better Maine is the Democratic Governors Association.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
If you've been hurt in a car accident, watch out. Watch out. The insurance company's job is to do what's best for them, not you.
Watch out. If you wait too long to hire a lawyer, it may hurt your case.
Don't trust that insurance company after your accident. You could miss out on a lot of money.
Call the twos and we'll watch out for you.
Lowry and Associates watched out for me and got me $150,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Your favorite restaurants for half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Here's this week's featured deal.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
On sale Thursday at 9 a.m. A limited supply available half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
Seniors know a scam when they see one, like Bruce Poliquin.
My heart is breaking for our seniors in Maine.
He says he'll help Maine seniors. But the last time Poliquin was in Congress, he voted to cut $500 billion from Medicare. And he supports raising the retirement age for Social Security. Maine seniors can trust Jared Golden. Jared stood up to both parties to protect Social Security and Medicare.
I'm Jared Golden, and I approve this message because Maine seniors earned their retirement.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The latest now on the war in Ukraine. Russian troops are retreating on two fronts as Ukrainian forces continue their counteroffensive and close in on a key city. ABC's Britt Tenant has more.
This morning, Ukrainian forces taking back territory Russia has only just tried to claim as its own. Ukraine smashing through Russian defense lines in the southern Kherson region, advancing nearly 20 miles in 2 days. Soldiers celebrating the liberation of villages along the way, tearing down Russian flags and using them to wipe their feet. Saying, "Glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes." Military bloggers reporting a section of the Russian frontline collapse is so serious they may lose their grip on Kherson. While in the northeast, Ukraine appearing to be closer to taking more towns after their recent success in the Donbass. In a phone call to Ukrainian President Zelensky, President Biden reaffirming his promise to help defend Ukraine as long as it takes and pledging to another $625 million in military assistance, including 4 more HIMARS rocket systems, which help the Ukrainian troops strike deep into occupied territory and are helping them with their latest battlefield breakthroughs. And the governor of Kherson this morning telling ABC News Ukrainian troops are less than 35 miles from the regional capital. Taking that city would deal another huge blow to Putin's campaign, just as he signs laws to formally annex 4 regions in Ukraine, including areas he's lost control of in recent days. Britt Tenant, ABC News, Kyiv, Ukraine.
As the cold weather approaches, high oil prices have Mainers worried. Kerosene, which is primarily used in outside tanks, became very expensive over the summer. Reduction in domestic oil production, along with a sudden return of demand. Then the Russian attack on Ukraine caused oil reserves to drop. Charlie Summers from Maine Energy Marketer says the shortage created a tough situation for suppliers, but he's confident Mainers using kerosene will get the fuel they need eventually.
Over the course of the summer, when the K1 prices were so high, that's normally when wholesalers get their deliveries of it. But the price is so high, they were waiting, to hopefully see if the market would begin to ebb a little bit on that. And I know that they're working right now to get deliveries in, and we don't anticipate any long-term problem.
As for affordability, the Maine Energy Marketers Association says you can work with retailers to come up with a budget that works for you. Antlerless deer permits were supposed to go on sale today through the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife. However, they sent out a statement this morning saying their webpage is experiencing issues. They are looking into what has caused the site to go down. The sale of the permits will now go on sale next Tuesday, starting October 11th at 11 a.m. Acadia National Park officials are telling visitors they should come prepared for a busy holiday weekend. They're expecting high visitation at the park over Indigenous Peoples Day weekend. Officials say visitors should plan their trip accordingly. Park Service personnel say visitors should expect long lines and wait times, as well as traffic congestion and limited parking at the park's most popular destinations. They suggest visitors arrive with a plan and a backup plan in case parking is unavailable. They can leave their car and ride for free on the Island Explorer bus that connects all of the island communities and the Schoodic Peninsula. You can learn more about places to go and things to do before you arrive by going to nps.gov/Acadia. A local hospital is preserving history in a capsule. We'll take a look after the break.
When Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance.
Does your dream kitchen look like this? Or this? Or maybe you need a little more inspiration? Get it when you explore the complete in-store showroom displays at Hammond Lumber Company. When you find the look you like, the Hammond team will help you customize it, including accurate 3D renderings, so you can visualize your project before the work begins. Hammond offers delivery from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire and professional service after the sale. Your dream kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Mainers took Jared Golden at his word, but he just broke his promise. Golden was a deciding vote for Biden's newest spending bill, even though he knew reckless spending would make inflation worse and everything more expensive. What's worse? Golden and Biden hiked taxes $1 billion on those making less than $50,000. Jared Golden, independent when convenient, liberal when it mattered. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
When Marilyn Monroe Spas wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Life is your red carpet. Walk it like a Hollywood star with a visit to Marilyn Monroe Spas. Our hair, nail, massage, and skincare services will leave you feeling legendary.
I'm Bruce Poliquin, and I approve this message.
I've been lobster fishing for over 25 years. These out-of-state groups that are funding Jared Golden, they're hurting us here in Maine, and Jared Golden isn't doing anything to stop them. There's the Jared Golden you see on TV, and then there's the Jared Golden that votes in Congress. He's so focused on getting elected that he's lost touch with what matters here in Maine, and we need someone to fight for us. Unless he leaves his party, there's no way Jared Golden can do anything to help Maine. I don't think Jared Golden's a bad guy, but he isn't a good congressman.
One of the largest collections of military coins is on display inside the Maine Troop Greeters Museum located at the Bangor International Airport. As Jody Hersey shares, the collection has attracted the attention of the Guinness Book of World Records.
We haven't gotten the certificate or anything yet, but we do, as far as we know right now, we were told by the Guinness Book of World Records that we have the largest collection, military collection of this type.
Since 2003, servicemen and women who travel through the Bangor International Airport have received a warm welcome from the Maine Troop Greeters. During that year, one of the greeters was gifted a large military challenge coin, a token of appreciation that is usually presented during a handshake at an event, ceremony, or special occasion.
Then the troops noticed it, and they started leaving their challenge coins. And if you didn't have their challenge coin on display, they wanted to know where it was.
For close to 20 years, the Maine Troop Greeters have collected a staggering 6,240 challenge coins from all branches of the armed forces.
They are traded from every different group that is part of the military. Groups get together, they have coins that designate who they are, where they're coming from.
These bright and shiny coins are all on display on the walls leading to the Maine Troop Greeters Museum, as well as inside the museum itself on the second floor of the airport.
They started bringing the coins in, and it hasn't stopped since. It has been, I've got over 100 myself at home, that the troops have given me, we also give them a coin.
A small token of gratitude and symbol of pride that continues to grow. In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Members of St. Joseph Healthcare buried a time capsule outside the hospital at 360 Broadway in Bangor Tuesday. The hospital recently unearthed another 15-year-old capsule over the summer, which contained photos and other memorabilia. Vice President of Medical Affairs for St. Joseph Hospital, Dr. David Kaufman, said they received contributions from the entire staff for the new time capsule.
We actually have a plaque that came from the UTC people that did the welding, the students, so that was great. One of our home health nurses put a Barbie doll in that was all dolled up in PPE and what it's like to be a home health nurse in the times of COVID.
The newly buried time capsule will be unearthed in 25 years. Kaufman says it will be interesting to look back at how the medical field has evolved by that time. Improving your sleep habits can lead to better concentration, more energy, and better cardiovascular health. With more, here's ABC's Jay O'Brien.
According to researchers from Harvard University, around 1/3 of Americans are chronically sleep deprived. And while many have a hard time staying asleep, others have a hard time falling asleep. While diet and exercise are often the first steps to having a healthy heart, getting at least 7 hours of sleep can also improve your cardiovascular health. Sleeping less than 6 hours every day can worsen blood pressure and blood sugar levels, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. To fall asleep more easily, experts from the CDC suggest sticking to a set wake-up time and finding a bedtime routine that you can do every day. Cutting back on screen time about 30 minutes to an hour before bed can reduce mental stimulation, which can help your body know that it's time to wind down for a good night's rest. To improve the quality of your sleep, sleep at a cool but comfortable temperature. Avoid alcohol before bedtime, block out all light, and drown out noise with earplugs or a white noise machine. With this Medical Minute, I'm Jay O'Brien.
Members of All Saints Catholic School in Bangor celebrated a special day in a unique way. Matthew Duronsek has more.
Students at All Saints Catholic School in Bangor participated in a towel and blanket drive to help benefit the animals at Bangor Humane Society. 8-year-old Sawyer Moreau says this is the best way to honor St. Francis of Assisi on his feast day.
Some people like animals and you have to save their lives. So if you bring that, it can help some animals' lives.
St. Francis of Assisi was known for his love of all God's creatures. And the idea for giving back came from the kids themselves.
St. Francis helped all animals, and we knew it was a feast day today. So it resonated with our middle schoolers who asked if we could do a community service project. The teachers got behind it, and we're here today to celebrate that.
Kids at both St. Mary and St. John campuses started off the day by bringing their donations to school and posting pictures of their furry friends, followed by an 8 a.m. prayer service. 9-year-old Mia Rogers says this event would make St. Francis of Assisi proud.
It's important because St. Francis of Assisi followed God and help the animals through God's power. And I think that we should try to do the same.
But it's Houghton who is the most proud.
It means a great deal when you are educating students pre-K through 8 and imparting that community, the value of community service. It's been very powerful to see how that resonates with kids, and then they start to talk about other needs in the community, and then we develop plans to meet those. So it's really exciting as a principal to see that.
Matthew Duronsek, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Senator Joe Baldacci, hardworking, independent, and effective. Joe has always been a champion for Maine seniors. Joe Baldacci sponsored and passed the legislation that generated more than $90 million to nursing homes in Bangor and across the state that have been hit hard by the pandemic. Joe Baldacci delivered on funding to protect health care and important services for thousands of Maine seniors. Joe Baldacci, hardworking, independent, and effective, delivering results for Bangor and Herman.
Winning car accident cases is what we do.
I injured my hip and they got me $260,000. What did the twos do for you?
Lowry and Associates got me $350,000.
We win for you.
22. Find meaningful work in direct care, like Justin, who works with people who are brain injured in a residential care facility.
Make sure you're compatible, because if you're going to be a DSP, you want to do it because you want to and enjoy it, not for a job. The right personality and character traits, in my opinion, to be a DSP is kind, caring, outgoing, and understanding.
Visit caringforme.org to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have lots of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on ABC7.
Ignore the lies about Jared Golden. I served with Jared in the Marines for almost 4 years, including tours in one of the toughest combat zones in the world, the Afghan-Pakistani border. If I was in a fight, I wanted Jared with me. His courage, loyalty, and focus on the mission earned him the respect and confidence of his peers. Take it from me, I know you can trust Jared to have your back in Congress.
I'm Jared Golden, and I approve this message.
The Thomas Hill Standpipe in Bangor will be open to the public today between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. The Fall Foliage Tour is the last chance in 2022 to explore the historic landmark. There are 100 steep stairs to the top, so it is a workout. Comfortable shoes are recommended since the structure is not just a historical landmark, but a working standpipe as well. The Bangor Water District asks attendees to leave food, beverages, and pets who are not service animals at home. Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Wednesday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we are. We have small crowd advisories in effect, though, along the coast lasting till about Thursday at around the noon time frame because the leftovers of Ian still stirring things up in the ocean. We also have a high surf advisory in southwestern Maine lasting till later on this evening, courtesy of, again, parts of Hurricane Ian, or what that's down as a remnant low at this point, though. It's causing some issues, which is why we're seeing more advisories along the coast. But back here at home, though, we are seeing some of these clouds that are tracking in from the south to the north, courtesy of the leftovers of this system that's currently tracking through at this point, though, and even a few lightning bolts with it, too. But here we are, low pressure right here, high pressure right here. The two are close together, so the dry air moving in, courtesy of high pressure, will keep a lot of the clouds and stuff at bay. But some areas can see a slight chance for rain showers, maybe as early as late this afternoon, but better opportunities during the overnight period. Wave heights are active right there right now at around 6 to 9 feet, according to some of the buoys out there, too. However, water temperatures continue to remain nice in the middle to upper 50s, even some areas already in the 70s as well, even a few 60s. So overall, not too bad yet, but water temperatures will start to fall, of course, as we head towards fall and eventually winter. Middle 60s is what we'll do today, with lower 70s Thursday, upper 60s for your Friday, then falling back down to the middle 50s Saturday, and parts of your Sunday, then back in the upper 50s again as we head towards Monday and your Tuesday. Moving forward, though, with your latest fall foliage report, nothing new just yet, though. Millinocket still at around that 50 to 75% coverage area. Bangor and Ellsworth at around that 25 to 45% coverage area, with Greenville also in that 50 to 75% coverage area. We'll get a new update hopefully coming in very soon. And we typically peak about early to mid-October, most of us in the mid-October time frame. So almost there, though, so get us on and enjoy those fall colors before the wind begins to blow some of those leaves away. But for today, though, not too bad. We'll have some clouds moving in along and south of Bangor, while areas to the north will see a lot of sunshine. Slight chance for a few rain showers during the overnight period. Then that will get out of here. Then we'll see a lot of sunshine for the daytime tomorrow. Maybe a few passing clouds early. All of that will get out of here. But more clouds on the way again as we head towards the early morning period for your Friday, and also throughout the day on Friday as well. So that forecast for today, middle 60s, mostly cloudy. Northeast wind at about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 40s, mostly cloudy. Slight chance for a rain shower, especially to the south, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, lower 70s. That'll be nice. Mostly sunny, maybe some clouds early in the day, with that north wind getting up to about 5 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. More rain showers on the way for your Friday, with highs in the upper 60s, middle 50s for your Saturday. We cool off with a partly cloudy sky, and partly cloudy with a slight chance for rain showers on Sunday. Highs in the mid 50s.
Thank you, Devin. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you on ABC 7 News at 6.
Join us every Friday this season as we celebrate